The Southwest Licking Community Water and Sewer Department was established in 1989. It serves Harrison and Etna Townships and surrounding Pataskala areas. All right, we're going to start our tour today at the Southwest Licking Community Water and Sewer District. This is the water plant, and it's the treatment plant where all of the water comes in. It comes from a well, goes into this facility, and then from this facility it's cleaned, everything's good, and it's sent out to your house, and guess what? Now you have something to drink. Meet our tour guides today. It's Josh Holden and Sawyer Hill. They've both been with each of these plants for multiple years. Our nanofiltration water treatment plant was recently opened in May of 2020, and the old plant was built in the early 1990s, and it just couldn't keep up with the 2 million gallons of water that was needed for our community. Our water treatment plant is located on York Road, and a little ways down on Gale Road is our sewer plant. Pataskala Elementary is west of these locations.
So right now we're standing, not on this screen. So once we walk through the door here, we're gonna be walking through this here. So right now we're sitting in a room that's about, if you're a drop of water coming through the plant, you're gonna start here. You're gonna come in through the raw water room, and it's actually gonna be piped through the raw water room, and then it goes down underneath into a detention tank here. And if you click on it, so here's the detention tank. So I've got 7.6 feet of water in that detention tank, waiting to go through the rest of the process. Once these pumps here kick on, it's gonna send it to the pressure filter.
So is this clean water? Is this groundwater?
So this right here is all groundwater. Straight.
Okay.
This is, at this stage here, it's been hit with chlorine.
Oh, okay.
Because what we have to do is we have to chlorinate the raw water before we send it to the pressure. When it goes to the pressure filters, we go back to our overview. So it's gonna come out of here. These are those pumps we were just looking at. And then it's going into our pressure filters. If I click on one of the pressure filters, one of these. So it's all stacked in there just like that. The water comes in through the top, slowly works its way down to the bottom.
So the filter itself is really like soil and...
Yes.
It's just like a
Absolutely.
big 2-liter bottle water filter.
Yep, exactly. Yep, it's a giant one, pretty much. Yep.
Okay.
So,
and then we'll see how big that is. I mean,
yep.
you get that much water.
So once it comes out of here, so the green would be in, the blue, the light blue is out. Some of the water, a certain percentage, we bypass. So what we do not bypass, we send here to the RO skids. That's where these come into play.
Oh, it's pretty neat.
Yeah. So what happens here is once the water gets sent to these ROs,
And what if, you know what RO stands for?
reverse osmosis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would
So
make sense.
it's technically just a nano membrane. It's not 100% RO, but it's the same idea.
Just a little different, smaller micron
Yeah,
openings.
exactly. Yeah, there's just the microns that can go through this is a little bit different than an RO, but it's the same process.
Micro means small,
Yeah, very small, exactly. So the way this works is this tube is sitting inside a bigger plastic tube. The water is forced on the outside, and then it's shoved through these, and then the water we want comes out the middle. The water that doesn't make it to the center on stage 1, we'll do it all again on stage 2. And then the water that still hasn't made it through the center is then what we send to the wastewater plant to be treated. And then the water that comes out of this center is what you would see here. That's what we call permeate. That's pretty much clean water, there's nothing in it. It's just almost pretty much straight H2O. And then we mix that with what we bypassed. And the reason we do that is for hardness. Pipe is where it comes in and goes down. So here's our blower room or raw water room. So this here is our raw water. This is water that's coming straight from the ground here in this tube is the liquid chlorine that we inject into that raw water.
After that, the water ends up in a big tank under the ground. And then, remember those big blue tanks? Here they are.
Inside of these, it's exactly like this here. It's got the large gravel at the bottom, the small gravel here, and then different types of sand, and then anthracite. And there is a reason why they are stacked in this order. They put the heaviest stuff at the bottom, and then it slowly gets lighter at the top, so it stays that way. Once it comes through the pressure filters, this big blue pipe here is a common pipe for all three. Once it comes out of all three, they all conjoin underneath our feet here, and it goes membrane influent, which is a word you'll know going to the wastewater plant as well. Influent means the flow going in. So this is the water that's going to the ROs, the membranes, and you can see here where it's the bypass, where it says membrane bypass. So this is all the water in this blue pipe that has gone through the iron filters but does not go to the membranes.
Ah, so this is the one that didn't go through.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is more of your hard water.
Exactly.
It's
That's
still
the hard
clean,
water.
it's just harder.
Yes, exactly. It's been filtered with the soil, but it hasn't gone through the softening process. Influent, where it goes, each one of these 3 RO skids. Each one of these can produce 1 million gallons of water a day.
Those are this.
Yep.
They used to use salt for this process, but it was worse for the environment, and this is more environmentally safe.
These membranes can hopefully have a 7-year life, 10-year life before we've got to literally open them all up and pull them out tube by cartridge and shove them all back in. And there's probably over 100 of these cartridges in each given skid.
And how much does this typically cost?
To redo all of the cartridges and the whole skid, you're looking at probably close to $150,000 per skid. So we've got 3 of them, so you're looking at, over 400 grand
So to produce water is kind of expensive, and that's why it does cost money to.
It does. It is.
To be healthy and clean.
Not only that, the amount of energy it takes to pull the water through these little fine orifices is very significant. I think the energy budget just for this facility is over $200,000 a year alone.
Yeah,
just
exactly, and a lot of pressure. That pump there, it pumps about almost 130 pounds of pressure to shove the water through it. Yeah, because you need that pressure to squeeze it through there, and then as this is the end of the process right here. So you can see we've got what we bypass. It comes in together and blends with the permeate. And then it comes down that main trunk, comes to either side and dumps straight into our clear well. So right underneath our feet is the water that you drink. It's right underneath us.
So we're standing on clean water.
That's it, yep.
If someone would want to pursue this career, what would they have to do?
So there's tests that you can take through the EPA to become a certified water operator. You would eventually have to take those tests to have a career in this industry long term. As far as getting started, as an operator, exactly. For myself, I kind of fell into it. I got hired on as just summer help, mowing grass, painting fire hydrants, just helping out any way that I could, and kind of realized it's a pretty neat industry. Didn't think or know much about it, and then I decided to take my test to become a certified water operator. So then they hired me on full time. We kind of coined this term last year as on the water side we keep the people safe,
and then on the wastewater side, he keeps the environment safe. And we kind of work together to, keep everything safe. So.
Creating clean drinking water is a complicated process. It's important that humans have that healthy water, but we also need to keep the environment and our natural resources healthy as well. Hopefully one day you'll get to go tour this dynamic facility yourself. We are now off to the wastewater plant. Miss Hamilton signing off.